experiencing your back?
I'm noticing a lot of tension, upper shoulders into the neck, and a pull in my lower back around the base of the spine.
Okay, so let's roll you over. You roll over, and so that you're in sitting. So you're sitting, and we're going to go into semi-supine, but you can just sort of bring yourself up and just take yourself a little bit further down towards the bottom, not too far. That's it, lovely. Okay, so let's just sort of roll through. So just letting yourself come back. That's it, nice and easy. And I'm just going to support your head just before it finds the cushions. Okay, so, you know, our heads are pretty heavy and they're very precious. So I'm just cradling your head and you're just sort of letting me have the weight of your head. And you can probably feel your spine responding to that. Yes, the sort of tissue around the whole of the spine, and the back and the shoulders, just responding to that. And also that sort of psycho-emotional sort of sense of letting go of your head. Just letting go of your head. And I'm just going to now gently give your head to the ground. So your ground is receiving your head. The sides of the lumbar spine, so right up here muscularly your leg is connected. Right up in here. Okay, so muscularly that's where the psoas muscle will be coming from, all the way through the lumbar spine into your leg. So that means that the arms and the legs are overlapping, yeah, because the muscular connection comes right down here for your arms, but for your legs is up here, so there's an overlap. Okay. So again, that's quite an interesting thought to have, that within your torso there's an actual kind of overlap between your arms and your legs. Okay, so let's just get a sense of this leg being supported now. So almost like pouring your leg towards your back, towards the floor. Yeah. And if we were to just let your leg fold, you'd probably feel your back start to shift, yeah? Feel it start to sort of spread a little bit more. Just getting a sense of that hip joint deepening, so it, you know, this sort of lovely roundy bone, the joint end, and it has a lot of supple movement to it, just like your shoulder joint does. So it's sort of folding, but it folds in a really roundy way. So just sort of thinking of that joint as being a roundy joint. And that when it folds, the fold is much more than just a hinge. It's a kind of it has this wonderful flow inside it. And just letting it fold. And just feeling the possibility that your back is there for your leg. And that the legs and the arms are actually secondary to the primary design of your head, your spine, back, pelvis. Yeah. Okay. So if you were to just allow your neck to be quiet and easy, and if you were to just give a thought, an organisation thought to your body, that you're just aware of that wall behind your head. Okay. And you're thinking that your head is actually directing out. It's giving a direction, an orientation, the whole of your body. So the head is flowing out towards the wall there. But your neck is easy, so is your jaw. It's jaw, quiet neck. The back is open. So you're just letting that as the leg just unfolds out and comes back in. Yeah. See if you can just let that happen. Can I let that happen? Can I just sort of let that happen? It just sort of unfolds out. Can you just let it happen? So you're not pulling in on it. It's like letting go of it. Letting go of it. Let go of it. And that letting go is coming all the way from your waist. Okay, just letting go, coming all the way from your waist, around your hip joint, through your leg. You're just going to keep letting that go. Letting it go. Letting it go. So see if you can allow the back and allow the torso to continue to support, provide something of the support structure for your leg. So your leg is connected. It's connected to your back. Just because your foot is on the ground doesn't mean to say you lose the connection. You're still intending your leg to be part of your whole body. You're still intending your leg to be part that's coming from your torso, coming from your back. So, how does that feel?
Whoa, I feel as soon as you took your hand off, this energy go from my hip out through the top of my leg, upwards to the ceiling, and also I could feel the energy going down from my knee into the foot. But I also can have a real sense of that from my toes down here. I can feel the energetic connection higher up into my body than I thought that it was.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
I also noticed how hard it was for me to really let go.
Mm-hmm. At your elbow. On both sides. That's it. Yeah. Just try that. Thinking long. Yeah, just let it go back a second. Just let it drop back. Great. Okay, so can we allow the movement to happen with a sense of staying really easy through here.
Mm-hmm.
Think your head out and away. Let it float out and away. Yes, that's it. Let it float out and away. Yeah, that's it. Super. And then opening up through the front of your arms, lengthening through the fronts of your arms. Okay, supple, but it does make a difference.
Wow, it's the same as with the legs, actually, isn't it? That sense of the neck and then the direction makes a difference.
Yeah. So now, instead of folding at the elbow, you're going to maintain the length on your arms. Okay. And let's start with the right one this time. The movement's going to happen around your shoulder joint. It's a fantastic area of movement. But again, your approach is going to be similar. A thinking length through the top of your back to your shoulder, through the back of your arm to your fingers. So the whole arm is now going to float. So you're balancing on a part of your shoulder blade as your fingers point towards the ceiling. Let's start with the right side. Now, before you start, just pause for a moment and let go of the sort of readiness, the sort of, I'm going to, what our mind is doing to create that movement. Just let go of it for a minute and just remind yourself of that quiet neck and jaw, and then your head's floating out before creating the length through the back of your arm in your own time. So it just stays easy. That's it. It stays really easy. You really feel that movement. Yes, beautiful. At the shoulder. And then just opening out from the front of your arm again. Across the front of your body. Just letting the arm come back. That's it. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. On the other side, the freedom and easiness in your neck, the quietness of the jaw, releasing the head out and away from your pelvis. And then the movement is about length through the back of your arm, moving at the shoulder. Lovely. And then just letting open out through the front. Neck is easy, neck is easy, neck is easy, neck is easy. Lovely. And again, we're just going to let that lengthen through. That's that thought of length through as the knee folds. Then you just find yourself balancing on your knee. Yeah, just balancing on your knee. And then through your back and the back of your leg, just letting the leg unfold away from your head. And here, just thinking that lovely length from your waist. This connection all the way through. Front of your pelvis, front of your leg. And again, just allowing the knee to fold. Inside. Until you find yourself just balancing on your knee. Easy. And then through the back of your leg. First moving away. Away. So there's this lovely sense of spreading, opening around your spine into the back's widening and into that sort of lovely length all the way through to your elbow and into your hands. Okay, so just see if you can stay with the contact as you slide or brush the surface of the floor with your arms until you're in a place where you feel your arms could support that sphinx shape. And you're freeing your neck, sending your head out, letting yourself feel, enjoy the sense of the contact. That's it. Just letting the head, top of your head, just sort of roll there to the floor, releasing it through, and now thinking length through here. So now you're after that lovely length to your elbow. You're allowing that lovely contact through the lower arm to your hands. And just being aware of the rest of the contact. And you're almost like connecting each point of contact to become a unity in space, spaciousness, contact, but unity all the way from your hands to your feet. So now we're thinking of this part of you moving upwards and slightly backwards. But you're thinking of lots of space all the way from the front of your ankles, through the front of your hips, to your throat. So you're going to think that space and just feel the contact of your elbows to the floor. So just letting them have that contact. And just be aware of the space between your two elbows. It runs across your back. That's fantastic, Amanda. That's it. And we're thinking up and back. Up and back. Pause there. And just let your head be easy on the neck. Let your head roll out a little bit more. Okay. That's it. Do your arms need to slide anymore? Do they need to change where they need to be? Okay, and then pause. Just sort of thinking length into that. So let's think open into your elbows. Pause. Think all the way from your ankles to your hip joints. And just let your neck be easy. Let it be quiet, let the jaw be quiet. Think of your head as sort of rolling out. Let your head just sort of roll out. That's it, roll. That's it, rolling out. Rolling out. Getting a sense of the back, contact. How are you doing? Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then thinking the throat open from your ankles. From your ankles to your throat. Yeah, that's it. That's lovely. Okay. And then thinking this space here, yeah, but you're lengthening, just like you did on your back, so that's why we were looking at that through the back first. Just getting a sense of that to your elbows here. Yes. Yeah, great. Okay, and then just sort of releasing yourself back to the floor and remembering you're lengthening through here now. As you're coming back, the length happens all the way through. Great.
The head there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in true Sphinx, the head has to come up like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I'm here, I'm imagining you saying lengthening across the front of me. Is that right to do that? To kind of, to say, well, in that then, so I've gone from there, and then I have to move into that.
Okay, so can you keep your elbows sort of where they are-ish now and just lengthen yourself back down to the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Let's, tell you what. Let's keep your elbows where they are, but just there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now from there, let's just have that as our starting place. Now, from there, are you able, with your elbows where they are, because that's where you do your sphinx from, that's your connecting point, can you think wide? So can you think from there that's sort of coming from, that you're not moving your elbows out because you've got to have that place. But just think long through here. That's it. Yeah, got that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, smashing. So you're thinking open through the back to your elbows, through the lower arms, into your fingers there. And then you've just got that sense of the whole of the front of you opening up from your ankles to your throat. Now then, let's free the neck. Now, we know that the head is heavy, so we need to give it as much help in this place as we can. So you're freeing your neck and you're thinking your head is rolling out first, and the whole of your spine and back is supportive of your head as it starts to release the block from underneath your forehead. So you're just sort of taking that, so thinking all the way through from your spine to your knees, to your ankles, to your feet. So you're like one long length. So just pausing there, think along through, and now think through from your ankles up through your hip joints. So find your hip joints and think lots of length into your throat. So that's going to be your support, taking your head up and out. You just got to just keep releasing through here, lengthening through here, lengthen through your hip joints, lengthen through your hip joints. And just keep that thought of lots of space through here. Even though you're creating the space and tipping the head, you're keeping as much space. Now see if you can really feel that support's coming from all the way from the contact points of your legs all the way up. Okay, how does that feel?
That is much better. I do feel the difference in terms of my throat, my neck, the sense of space.